It's a sea of humanity on the floor, fans. Welcome to Robbinsville High School. This is the not 1, 2, or 3, but the 4th round of the 1A state playoffs. The stakes could not be higher here tonight in Graham County, as the winner of this one will go to the Western Regional Championship game. That will be held Saturday at a neutral site, and we'll talk more about that as the evening progresses. Good evening, everyone. Kevin Hensley with you on behalf of the Graham Star Sports Network. We're going to try out our two-shot setup again tonight because it's a special occasion. If you're joining us here on the Graham Star Sports Network live, welcome. Whether you are a Lady Knight or a Lady Wildcat, it's Robbinsville and Draughn duking it out here in the 4th round of the state playoffs. Perhaps two of the most improbable teams to be standing still in the bracket. We started out with 64, and we're down to just 8 teams. Robbinsville and Draughn, 2 of them. An absolutely packed, rabid house here tonight in Robbinsville, and it's good to see that here on a Tuesday night because fans, quite frankly, no one truly expected the Robbinsville Lady Knights to have another home game. Of course, they were here for the first round of the playoffs last Tuesday. No one believed it except, well, the Lady Knights themselves, and they went on the road last week with that lower seed, and here's kind of how it played out if you want to check this out with us, fans. At Albemarle High School on Thursday, Robbinsville stunned the number 4 Bulldogs 71-66. That was a huge victory, but it kept them on the road for round 3 on Saturday. That's where you see right here, of course, the end of our telecast where Robbinsville had clinched a 60-45 victory over the Eastern Randolph Wildcats. Draughn knocking off some higher seeds as well, including Mountain Heritage. So we'll be right back here in just a moment, fans, as we're with you for the duration. Back in just a moment with starting lineups. We're still about 11 minutes away on the Graham Star Sports Network.
And now at this time, if you would, please stand. Now we move all headwear and face the flag as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem. Starting lineups first for the visiting Draughn Lady Wildcats. Tonight's game, they enter with a record of 17-12. Senior number 2, Madison Howell. Another senior, number 10, Katie Cozort. A junior, number 21, Jenna Abernathy. A senior, number 22, Ella Abernathy. And another senior, number 45, Aubrey Snyder. Draughn is coached by Liz Taylor.
Trevor!
just does not get any bigger here in Western North Carolina. Welcome back here on the Graham Star Sports Network. Kevin Hensley with you. And for the moment, all we've got access to is our floor cams. So just bear with us. We'll get an overhead shot as quick as we can. Fourth round playoff action underway. We tip off at 6:33 p.m. Welcome, everyone, to Robbinsville, North Carolina. You are watching the Graham Star Sports Network. Fourth round underway here tonight with Chacha inside for two. And she'll dump it off. 2-0 Robbinsville here in the first quarter. Ball blocked and almost stolen by Kinsley Phillips. She hits very, very hard. Holy smokes, I hope she's okay. Slow to get up, and that kind of derails the momentum here tonight in Graham County. Looks like she's good, though. Taking her fair share of licks. No harm, no foul, right? 2-0 Robbinsville here in the opening stanza. As we didn't even have time before the game, but we'll do it as we roll along tonight to thank our sponsors all season long. Blevins Electric and Blevins Insurance, located off Rodney Orr Bypass in Robbinsville. We also want to thank Lovin Equipment and Sales, Computer Resolution, and Coy Adams Timber Company, all making these telecasts possible. Sorry, Waddy with a 3-5-0 Robbinsville here in the first quarter. You can't even hear yourself thinking here, fans, and we're just getting started. There's a 2 in response for the big from Draughn. That's Aubrey Snyder, number 45. We'll have to keep an eye on her tonight. Her and Miss Wachacha match up pretty well, I will say. And there's a 3 from number 22. That is Ella Abernathy making it 5-all here on the Graham Star Sports Network. So Robbinsville's hot start erased, and we're back to square one. Still early, though, tonight here in Graham County. Coming up at halftime, we want to invite you fans to not go get popcorn this time. That's been a break for the entire season. Wachacha off of Snyder. Putback no good. And it rolls away. Boys, it's been a fun season broadcasting Robbinsville basketball here in Graham County. Privilege has truly been all mine, and this is the last hurrah, win, lose, or draw for Robbinsville tonight. Because from here on out, it's a neutral site competition. The Western Regional Finals are Saturday, and the state championship is the following Saturday. And with both of those being on the road and NFHS contracts being what they are, this is it for us until next season. We'll still have baseball and softball for all of you great fans, though, if you tune in here on Graham Star Sports. Ball stolen away by Liz Carpenter. That'll be her first of the ball game. Trammell inside, gets the bucket. 7-5, Robbinsville. 5:16 to play here in the first quarter. And Kinsley Phillips pulls down the rebound, her first stat of the ball game. There was a foul issued a moment ago. Excuse me on that. I missed that. It was Madison Powell when Phillips hit the ground so hard starting out. Phillips inside dish to Waddy in the paint is blocked and stolen by Ella Abernathy, I beg your pardon. They have jersey numbers and last names one person apart there. My apologies. That was Jenna to the basket. And I believe that one is out of bounds. Last touched by Destiny Shea, the senior point guard that has ran up a 1,907-point career so far here at Robbinsville High School. And she's already got 2 tonight. How about 3 from Snyder? Get you some of that. 8-7 advantage Draughn here on GrahamStarSports.com. Fans still tuning in with us. And we appreciate all of you giving us your business here tonight. Three for Trammell. 10-8. Lady Knights. 3:58 to play here in the opening quarter. This is the sectional finals, if you'll have it, the Elite Eight. You start out with 64 teams, 32 on each side. Ella Abernathy with a 2 to tie it 10-all here on Gramstar Sports. And we've trickled down to just 8 left in the postseason. 4 on the east side, 4 on the west. And the winner here gets to go to a neutral site. They do not announce that at the state level until tomorrow. Exactly where that will be. Phillips will draw the foul. That'll be the second one on Draughn here in the first quarter. I think it's on Aubrey Snyder. As we apologize, our overhead cam is not working for some odd reason. We're going to try to get that figured out as quick as we can. And Phillips will make her first. Well, we got some astute observers out in the Charlotte area. Appreciate them tuning in, and appreciate any of you tuning in for that matter. This is a big matchup, and you're only able to see it right here on GramstarSports.com. 2 inside in response to knot it right back up. That's big Ella Abernathy, excuse me. 12-12 is the split. Kinsley Phillips working around the perimeter. Dishes it inside to Wachacha. She'll try a floater. And it's off the rim. Rebounded by number 10. That was Katie Kozort for the Wildcats. Again, both these teams in the playoffs and deep in the playoffs. If you'll have it, a 13 and a 19 seed playing in here tonight. And that one off of Liz Carpenter. She was trying her darndest to reel it in, but could not get the job done. .246 to play, and it'll be an inbound for Jenna Abernathy. Hey, if you're in the fourth round, you must be doing something right. Slouches don't get this far in the postseason. And a double-team effort by Abby Ware and Kinsley Phillips. And Ella Abernathy, I'll get that right in a moment, draws the foul. And I think it was on Kinsley Grace, which will be the first foul of the game for Robbinsville, and it is on Kinsley Phillips with 2:44 to play in the first quarter. Ella Abernathy will make her first, and the advantage goes back to Draughn. And she misses her second, but it's 13-12 here on Gramstar Sports. Kinsley Phillips with some fancy footwork, just airs out a 2 and drains it. Okay, that'll work. 14-13, Robbinsville. And the seesaw battle continues here in the first quarter. We knew it wouldn't be any kind of blowout. If you tuned in looking for that on either side, sorry, folks, I'm going to disappoint you. It will not be a blowout. This will be a very competitive game. How about a corner three? That's going to go nowhere. Kinsley Phillips on the rebound. That's our second board of the evening. Desta Trammell for 2. And that will make it 16-13. Trammell with 7 points already here in the first quarter. Foul called. And Abby Ware does what Abby Ware does. She draws a foul in relief. That's 2 fouls tonight on either side of the split here. Comes with 1:51 to play. And there's 2 more inside. Boy, that was a good basket there by Zoe Richter for Draughn. Cuts it to within 1 here on GramstarSports.com. Kinsley Phillips inside feed. Trammell set a screen for her. Just for a quick hiccup. Trammell with a long 3. That's not going to make it. Ball's rebounded by Katie Kozort. And here comes Draughn. We'll recap all the action, fans, in the Graham Star, available on newsstands everywhere tomorrow afternoon. Graham County's hometown newspaper since 1955. Trammell rebound, dishes it to Kinsley Grace. Ball smacked out of bounds by Jenna Abernathy. As we were trying to say earlier, fans, at halftime, we've got a very special exclusive interview we conducted just a couple of hours ago with Desta Trammell and Kinsley Phillips. You may be wondering why we interviewed those two. Well, they're seniors, for one thing. Fayla Welch also a senior. But Desta and Kinsley have attended school here at Robbinsville their entire life and have grown up playing basketball on the same teams their entire life. So, needless to say, the friendship between those two is pretty stinking tight. And we'll spotlight it for you at the break. Kinsley Phillips dishes it out to Ware on the right side. She'll drive in. Last second, a little bit high to Wachacha. I give Snyder a chance to get her and interrupt it. Ware breaks it up. Here's Waddy. It's off side of the backboard. Rebounded by Zoe Rector. Robbinsville still up. 28 seconds to play. 16-15. Two inside for Rector. She just casually drains it. Advantage Draughn here on the Gramstar Sports Network. 15 seconds to play. Robbinsville will have a chance to pull ahead before we go to our first break. Inside of Wachacha, it rolls out as she can't get the putback. Fans will step aside. 17-16 advantage. Lady Wildcats, you're watching the Gramstar Sports Network. Welcome back to Robbinsville High School. Kevin Hensley and Montana Buchanan with you on the floor tonight as our overhead cam is not connecting to us for some reason. And we'll start the second quarter with a Desta Trammell transitional basket. How about that? And the advantage goes back to Robbinsville. And a foul called. And that draws the jeers of the rabid student section. My goodness, are they loud and decked out here tonight. Three fouls for Robbinsville, drawn with two. That foul was on Aubrey Wachacha. That's her first of the ball game. At the foul line is Ella Abernathy. She made her first. And she'll make her second, and I'll push Draughn back ahead, 19-18. Well, fans, we hadn't intended on keeping the action on the floor the entire night, but we'll get all the glitches worked out as we can during halftime. How about a Trammell three? And doing big things is the senior, Desta Trammell. 21-19, and it looked like a violation. Turns it over to Robbinsville, 7-11 to play in the opening half. And the ball trickles out of bounds. It'll be a Robbinsville inbound with Aubrey Wachacha throwing it in. 21-19, 6:56 to go in the half. Montana doing a fine job keeping you in the action right here in front of us. And Phillips almost coughed it up. No dice. Trammell got it back. And a hard smack goes uncalled. Her three's going to be off and rebounded by Madison Powell. Senior shooting guard for the Lady Wildcats. Aubrey Snyder's the one to watch. She's dangerous. And again, almost a perfect matchup with Aubrey Wachacha. Snyder gave a little bit of an indirect shove at the end of the play. That's what you hear all the boos and jeers for. And it will be an inbound for Jenna Abernathy and the Lady Wildcats. Draughn is located in Valdez, in case you're keeping score at home. How about a jump ball? And I'll turn it back over to Robbinsville. 6:21 to play in the first half. Nowadays, just a hop and a skip from Morganton, so not too terrible a trip tonight for the Wildcats. Probably about 3 hours on a bus if you're stretching it a little bit. Be there in a car, probably about 2.5. Straight shot out Interstate 40. That's the Trammell at the edge of the arc and looks inside to Wachacha, but she can't hold on to it. It's stolen away by, I believe that was Ella Abernathy, and now Powell to Jenna Abernathy. Phillips tried, swatted away, ball's out. Last touch by Carpenter. The officials in attendance tonight are from Asheville, so you can't holler any type of favoritism. Waddy with some good coverage there on an inbound, but she snuck it in anyhow. 5:37 to play in the second quarter. Dish in, Wachacha block. Jenna Abernathy gets it back. Can't finish it. Wachacha rebound. Robbinsville basketball, they're up by 2. Travel in. Euro step unsuccessful. Broken up by Snyder. Ball stolen away by Zoe Rector. Check that. That was Katie Kozort. Hard to read these jersey numbers from all the way up here. Wachacha doing big things. There's that matchup on full display. And a foul's going to be called on, I believe, number 45. I believe that is Miss Snyder. No, I stand corrected. It's actually on Draughn's Katie Kozort. My apologies. Sorry, fans. I promise you I'm trying to keep everything straight over here. Exactly 5 minutes left here in the first half. Ball plucked away. Drive in. And a big block. Kinsley Phillips falls. Charge called. And that will be an inbound. I think Kozor for a moment thought for sure she was going to have the foul shot, but that's not how the cookie crumbled. 2 fouls in about 15 seconds on Kozort. And both teams with 4 each. That's Trammell. Here's Kinsley Phillips inside dish, and it's not going to be successful. It's plucked away. And Powell will dump it off to Jenna Abernathy. Snyder at the top. Long 2. They're going to give her a 3 on that. Okay. And I'll give the advantage back to Draughn. 22-21 Wildcats. Phillips reels that one in before it squirts out of bounds. That's the Trammell wide open. Can't finish it. Snyder snatches it away from the clutches of Wachacha. Feed in. Phillips broke it up with her speed. Ella Abernathy recovers nicely, though, and the assist. Plus Draughn back ahead, 24-21. And the first time out of the ball game comes with 3:56 left in the half. Robbinsville down 25-21. Don't you dare go away. Fans, sadly, about once a ball game, we have to remind all of you wonderful, faithful Black Knight fans on our Grim Star Facebook page, if you see a link and it does not include the Grim Star or NFHS, it is not an authorized link. It is a scam. Do not click on it. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200, and everything will be A-OK. Waddy out of bounds hard. She crumpled over a few chairs. And fans in the front row quick to clean them up. Waddy wiped out about 3 chairs. The petite freshman rolling over people here tonight. What a crowd here in attendance at Robbinsville High School tonight. Their atmosphere, unbelievable. 2 more for Aubrey Snyder. And Draughn has sneakily pulled away with a 6-point lead here in the second quarter. I say sneakily because it hasn't been very explosive. It's been subtle the way they've edged ahead. Not a knock on the Wildcats at all. Again, you don't get to the 4th round by accident. Winner of this one meets the winner of Cherokee. Trammell trying to weave her way inside. Cherokee and Bishop McGinnis, I beg your pardon. I was trying to watch what Trammell did there first. Thought she was breaking to the basket. Cherokee and Bishop McGinnis are playing at a neutral site tonight as well. And boy, would it not be huge for Cherokee Robbinsville to meet for the 4th time this year in the Western Finals. They got to get the dub here tonight, though. Wachacha rebound. Swatty inside to Trammell. Can't finish it. Ball's loose. Kinsley Phillips to Wachacha. Across to Trammell. Ball stolen away. Trammell coughs it up. It is 27-21. And there is Liz Carpenter on the rebound. And that one knocked away as well. So both teams playing some stuffing defense at the moment inside. And that one out of bounds. Carpenter not happy about that. That is going to get flagged as a foul on Miss Carpenter. .204 to play, or excuse me, .205 to play, I beg your pardon, here in the half. Stand corrected, the foul was actually called on Wachacha with .205 to go. Big evening. Chris Womack and friends of WLOS will have highlights from this one if you want to catch the 11 o'clock newscast on ABC 13. Wachacha jogs back up the floor after getting her 6th rebound of the ballgame. Phillips to Carpenter, inside drive. Last touch by Draughn. Good breakup by Powell. Robbinsville will inbound it. And that'll summon, as you see coming onto your screen there, senior Kinsley Phillips. Draughn brought their cheerleaders with them. It's a great atmosphere. I can't say that enough. Wish every one of you were here, but you're not. You're watching with us. And only, I believe, the second jump ball of the ball game. Turns it over to Draughn. As we mentioned, fans, at halftime, we're going to have an exclusive interview with Desta Trammell and Kinsley Phillips to keep you entertained throughout the break. You don't want to miss that. Ella Abernathy, I believe, might have traveled there. No, they're going to call. I'm sorry. An inside foul bumped by Katie Kozort of Draughn. 1:31 left. Foul count 5 each. But Drawn's up by 6 at the moment. Only offense for Robbinsville in this quarter has been Desta Trammell with 5 points. Transition basket to begin and a three-pointer. Shortly thereafter, Robbinsville's not scored in about 5 minutes. And you got to change that. Carpenter puts it up, can't get the job done. Rebounded by Draughn. Lady Wildcats solid all around. Dangerous inside and out. Snyder on Carpenter. Pushed her way to the basket and got called for the charge. 6 fouls on Draughn. 1 minute exactly left to play. 2 fouls on Aubrey Snyder. Robbinsville down by 6 at the moment. We'll crunch some halftime stats for all of you great fans here on the Grand Star Sports Network. Let you know who's leading what in the Robbinsville categories. At the break, Waddy for 3. It's off. Robbinsville's offense has more than cooled off here in the second quarter. That's not a good sign. Draughn has outscored them 10-5 in the second. Ball stolen away. Liz Carpenter feeds it to Trammell. Loose ball. And Carpenter sends that into the third row. Good hustle being shown. Good fire by Robbinsville here in the final 16 seconds of the first half. It'll be an inbound for the Lady Wildcats. Again, Robbinsville 20-8 this year coming into tonight's game. Draughn 17-12. That one gets away too. Short time. Phillips to Waddy. And that is a trip on the floor. Another turnover. Buzzer sounds, and that's going to bring it in to the first half. Draughn has opened up a 6-point lead.
All right, we're here with Desta and Kinsley, and we're going to talk to them about growing up playing basketball together. You guys, tell me about the first time you remember meeting from Kinsley's perspective and from Desta's. We'll start with Kinsley.
I don't know about meeting, but I remember me and Dusty used to our sisters' basketball games. We would run around. You know, when you're kids, you don't watch the basketball game, but we was running around. And we had this picture. It was like cupcake, like all over our faces.
Oh my goodness!
See our sisters' basketball games. That's like the furthest back I remember.
What about you, Desta? What's your first memory with her?
First memory, which I'm sure it probably isn't our first memory together, but the only one I can actually remember clearly is, so we were running around during a basketball game here. I remember Mr. Madison used to always like get mad at us and tell us to sit down.
Dennis.
Yeah. But anyways, I remember Kinsley had a loose tooth. And for some reason we liked to like play in the bathroom or something. Hide and seek, I don't know. Well, she lost her tooth in that bathroom.
Oh.
So it might still be in there. We never found it. So
We looked after like an hour.
it's my first memory of us.
Wow!
Yeah.
Wow! You lost a tooth in the bathroom.
It might still be in there.
That's scary. That's scary. Well, tell me about playing basketball with each other then. So you're growing up around it, Desta obviously, and Kinsley too. So when did you guys start playing together? Do you remember, we talking like pee-wees? Are we talking about like termites?
Probably.
I thought it was
Little bitty. But the only thing I remember is Andy.
And
when Andy was
termites
coaching.
for the Robbinsville team.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
So tell me
That's the
about
first
playing
one.
together for the first, I mean, like, were you guys friends just because of your sisters, or did you guys bond more because of basketball?
I mean, of course, we were introduced to each other by our sisters, but whenever we started joining sports teams together, like that first termite team, you know, it brought us even closer. I remember, like, our parents would take us, like, roller skating and bowling after games, and it was just because I feel like we bonded from the
Yeah.
start. It was always me and Kinsley.
I think basketball just helped us like be together more often.
Sure. Tell me about transitioning from youth ball to middle school, where you guys just started like a ridiculous run of dominance. I've got the stats wrote down out there on how many wins in a row, but kind of talk to me about how you guys were able to stay on top for, what, 2-3 years, I guess, 6th grade up, 6th to 8th?
We played middle school, 6th grade year.
Mm-hmm.
In elementary school. We were still in elementary school. I think we use each other to like lean on, because we were both like having to make a really big jump, and just having Kinsley there, I know in my perspective, it just made things a lot easier and not as like nerve-wracking, I guess. So yeah, and of course our friendship still just made it a lot
I
easier.
think it helped on the court too, because we just kind of like, you know, have that like, I don't know what to call it, but just in your head,
It's like
you're
a sixth
I know what
sense
you're
of
gonna
Like, I know what
she's
do. I know
gonna
what
do,
you're,
so
yeah.
yeah.
We just kind of like make up plays as we went,
Yeah.
playing, honestly.
Yeah.
It's funny to think about you winging it, quote unquote,
Yeah.
when you guys won, what, 60 games? What was it?
We won everything our 6th grade year,
It was
everything our
undefeated till
7th
8th
grade year,
grade.
and then we lost in the tournament, I think, at Cherokee.
The very last game right after you, we lost.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Is that
It was
one
a
you
good
wish you had
run.
back?
What is it?
I said, is that one you wish you had back?
Yes.
Obviously,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, of course.
We barely lost it too.
I know. It was a sad loss, but you guys were like a feared program all through middle school, so I remember covering in Cherokee.
I remember Cherokee like storming the court after
That's
they beat us, even though we're like he's in middle school and stuff, just because we'd never been beat ever.
Right. All right, now the transition to high school. You guys kind of have to alter what you were doing. Desta gets to be the point guard as a freshman. Kinsley's playing not quite as much. I'm not being dismissive of you, but in your freshman year, you didn't get to play as much, and there was positions already filled for that. So what was it like having to switch over to varsity? Because that's a whole different ballgame.
Of course, you're playing bigger basketball, better players. You know, we were freshmen, 14, 15 years old playing 18-year-olds. So it was a lot at first, and like the practices, the coaching was just completely different. You know, they expect more of you. And just being able to be held to a higher standard, but also not knowing that I was the only one being held to that standard. It was also Kinsley. It made it better, you know, knowing that we can help each other. Like, if she can make it, I can make it. If I can make it, she can make it. And it was just a lot easier knowing that she was there with me as well.
What about you, Kins, as far as having to adjust to playing time and having to lean on Desta, you know, for support, so to speak,
It
through
was
that?
definitely different for sure than 8th grade and middle school because, I mean, you go from playing, not getting to go to the game, and then it's like kind of like going in and out, having to do good in like the big moments, you know, you get put in like randomly. It was just, but also like, it goes back to like middle school, like you just know how to play, you know, like what to do, so it kind of wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. Getting thrown out in there because you're kind of used to it by then, honestly.
Right. Well, over 70 wins on varsity, conference championship mixed in, sectional final appearance 2 years ago. Tonight, you guys are right back in that again, another sectional finals appearance. Are we satisfied with the run we've had? I mean, there's more at stake this season, but as far as the way the first 3 years it went.
I wouldn't say satisfied.
No, we're not
Quite
satisfied
yet.
yet. We still got stuff to do, but you know, this year, like, it's just like our 8th grade year. Like, me and Kinsley, I feel like have really had to step up. And you know, the past few years, you know, we've still been, you know, the underclassmen, we had the seniors to look up to, and now it's us that are in that position.
Right.
And you know, having to play with a lot of new girls, like we have girls coming, like Surrey, she stepped up a ton, and her coming in from a different school, having to like make a friendship and then also play together. And so we've had, I feel like, to really lead, and I feel like we've done a really good job doing that. So yeah.
Well, I'll branch off that with you, Kinsley. So being a leader, like finally being the elder members of this team, has that been something special for you to
Yeah,
value this year?
definitely.
Yeah. Tell me about as we move into tonight's game, which we're going to obviously play this during halftime, what it means to each of you to be a Lady Knight, and for this to, I mean, does it really sink in? This is the last time we're playing on this court. Has that really hit you guys
It
yet?
hasn't hit me yet,
Yeah.
honestly. I think it might after the game, but just not yet. But it means a lot to me, especially because so I know it's different with like Surrey and them kind of moving in, you know, in high school. But I've been in Robbinsville since I was a little bitty, and so does Desta. So it's definitely a big deal to be playing our last game
Right.
in the high school.
Right. What about you, Destin?
It's
Same
huge for me. And I'm like Kinsley, it hasn't hit me yet. You know, I'm trying to stay focused, you know, have to keep the mind right and not get all sappy yet because, I mean, we have a huge game tonight.
Absolutely.
But just like growing up and seeing all the successful teams that's come through here, knowing that we're one of the most successful ones, I feel like, in this run that we've had. And it's just awesome seeing that, awesome seeing all the support that everyone's going to be giving us tonight, you know, all of the posts, all of the thank you to everyone that's been feeding us.
The
and, like,
seats being
everyone-
reserved hours before the game.
It's like a football setup out there.
Yeah.
Like, there's literally stadium seats just peppered all
everyone
around the
wanting to
gym. Yeah.
contribute from the community somehow. Like, how can we feed you guys? Like, how can we
Mhm.
get you guys drinks? And that's just, it just means so much knowing and makes us want to win even that much more for like everyone in the community.
We're about to wrap this up with one last question. You guys are obviously, you've grown up together, played together, you're seniors together, you know, everything's kind of the last hurrah right now. What's the friendship now versus when you were little kids? How special is she to you and you to her, vice versa?
I think it's honestly a lot different from when we was little because I feel like when you're little you don't really like realize how close you are with your friends and stuff. But as we've grown up and stuff, I just feel like it's got stronger and stronger having to go through stuff, go through sports, end of seasons, and even different sports like volleyball and track, everything. It just gets stronger and stronger.
That's this 1 year of volleyball, her senior season.
Yes.
That's right, yes. Same question for you, Destin.
I feel like it's definitely grew, got stronger, changed in that way. But at the same time, I still feel like we're still those little kids.
That's true.
Like, we'll say something, I'm like, and we'll get cracked up over like the littlest things, and like I'll be like, oh, remember that one time? like we did this, and it's just still like I know that she's still that same friend that I can count on and go to, and I hope she knows that I'm the same, and even after we graduate, I'm still going to be here. So.
Welcome back to Robbinsville High School. Second half action underway. How about Abby Ware airing out one from outside to begin things here in the third quarter? Call that a super long two, I suppose. Rebound by Wachacha. Here come the Lady Knights. 27-23 is the score, by the way, as you're keeping tabs at home. Third quarter coming your way here on GramstarSports.com. Kevin Hensley with you. High above, Montana LeRae down on the floor, bringing you right into the action. Aubrey going at it. Carpenter cleans it up, but can't get the job done. How about Wachacha to Phillips on the wing, inside to Ware, and Snyder will end up snagging the ball. Low-scoring ball game started out hot as a firecracker. 17-16 was the first quarter score in favor of Draughn. And then the offenses ran into some sludge. A 10-5 second. Carpenter steals it. Here's Trammell on a breakaway. And she drops the bucket. Nice work. And nothing on that one. Rebound for Carpenter. 2-point ball game. And that one misses inside. Draughn cleans it up with 5:58 to play in the third quarter. Ball stolen away by Liz Carpenter. Here comes Trammell. And she'll get it again. How about another steal? And a tied ball game now. Just like that, Robbinsville is not going anywhere. Hey, don't be counting out the Lady Knights. We're early. Timeout called by the Wildcats. Robbinsville scored 6 right out of the gate. And we're all got it up with 5:32 to play. Welcome back to Robbinsville High School. You're watching the Elite Eight of the state playoffs in your exclusive home for Robbinsville Athletics, the Gramstar Sports Network. We stream 5 varsity sports for Robbinsville throughout the entire school year. Volleyball and football carry us through the fall. Basketball gets us through the cold winter months. And then we head outside and freeze to death for a while before baseball and softball warms us up for the end of the season. Foul, by the way, was on who else but Abby Ware. That's her second of the ball game. And the first of the half. I'm chuckling a little bit because I've got her mom sitting up here with us tonight. And Miss Snyder goes 1 for 2 at the charity stripe, but it gives Draughn the advantage. 28-27 here on the Gramstar Sports Network. And the three-pointer will go nowhere, rebounded by, I believe that was number 5 in your program, Emily Cook for Draughn. Ball inside, nothing doing. Liz Carpenter rebounds. She's got 3 rebounds and 2 steals already. Snyder way high off of that. Boy, what pressure Draughn just put on there. Holy smokes. I cooled off Robbinsville a little bit. 30-27. Phillips, corner 3. Thank you very much. We're tied again. Robbinsville on a 9-3 run to start things here in the third quarter. And Trammell will bring it up the floor. Sneaks into the paint, feed across. to Wachacha. I just pulled him off for a moment. Corner three for Phillips. Yes, indeed. Back to back. Corner threes for Kinsley Grace. 33-30 here on GramStarSports.com. Drive in, Snyder and Wachacha. Wachacha wins that battle. It's been a good one and a fun one to watch all night. Here's Destiny Shea. Circles back out and gets out of trouble. Ball stolen away by Cook. A little bit of an errant pass. Does him in. 3 for Abernathy. Off the rim. Kinsley Phillips, the only one there to snag it. And she'll bring it down. As we've mentioned, fans, several times already tonight, the stakes could not be higher. Wachacha's 2 is blocked. Nay, it's a foul. Snyder's third of the ball game. 3:17 to play in the third quarter. Robbinsville up 33-30 and Miss Wachacha to the line for the first time here tonight. And she will make her first. Another special shout out to Montana Buchanan on the floor, keeping you in the action. How about Aubrey Wachacha going 2 for 2 at the line? Robbinsville leads by 5. That one misses. Wachacha rebound. You can feel it, fans. You can feel it here in Robbinsville. Phillips 3. It's in. She is on fire right now on the GramStar Sports Network. Robbinsville on a 17-3 run. Ball stolen away after the deflection. Travel up the floor, and she draws the foul. Kinsley Phillips is all kinds of fired up behind us. Trammell will go to the charity stripe. Check out the student section. They are decked out in their redneck apparel here tonight. We were promised laps during halftime by one of the school board members. He didn't really hold up his end of the bargain. I'm not sure when he's going to cash those in for us. Trammell gets her first. Wachacha will take a breather. Abby Ware back in the game. Trammell 2 for 2. The foul, by the way, I apologize, was on Jenna Abernathy. That was her first of the night. Foul counts have been low, offenses have been low, but all that matters is Robbinsville's up by 10 right now here on GramStarSports.com. In the fourth quarter, Bishop McGinnis leads Cherokee 47-38. I'll give you an update on that one because that's going to be who plays the winner of this one. Abernathy 3 off the poles. That touched the top. That's going to cough it up to Robbinsville. Boy, did the Knights come out swinging out of the break or what? Timeout called by Draughn, and that will be a full 60-second pause. Stay with us on GramStarSports.com. Montana taking you right inside the strategy for Robbinsville. Robbinsville has went from a 27-21 deficit at halftime to a 40-30 lead. I'll do the math for you. That's a 19-3 run for these Lady Knights. Too much at stake. To turn back now, almost home are the Lady Knights. 2-minute mark approaches. Trammell is going to pace herself as Robbinsville has dropped off into that patented four corners offense that they just implemented a few games ago. And if you want to grind the game to a halt and score at will, this is the way to do it. But so far, it's already milked 35 seconds off the possession. No shot clock in North Kakalaki. Hold it as long as you want. Powell keeping a close eye on Trammell in case she tries anything crazy. And the crazy Trammell inside dropped. Travel on Trammell. On Trammell. Take that alliteration. But on when we roll here on the Graham Star Sports Network. Inside dish. Ball rebounded by Powell. Across the horn to Riley Woody, and the ball swatted away. Good defense by Abby Ware and Liz Carpenter right there to force the ball out of bounds. 53 seconds to go in the third quarter. Woody off the inbound for two. Can't get it. Ware rebound. Her second of the night. Here comes Jessica Trammell. Feeds it to Carpenter. And I believe Carpenter might have caught a poke in the eye there. Couldn't really do much with her shot because of it. But it is a Lady Knights inbound. Carpenter's going to check out for a moment and try to get her bearings about her. Wachacha's back in the game after a breather. Wachacha spins, turns, fires. It's in and out. Holy cow. Rebounded by Draughn. And there's a bucket for Madison Powell for Draughn. That's just their first shot, or second shot, from the field here in the half. And I did not stutter. Actually, I kind of did, but that's all right. 40-32, 9 seconds to go in the third. Trammell in. Foul called, 4.1 left on the clock. Foul was on Ella Abernathy. That is her first of the ball game as well. Trammell doing what Trammell does. She goes to the foul line and takes care of business. 4 for 4 in the quarter. Robbinsville up by 10. At the buzzer, a hope and a prayer is not going to find it. How about that? Robbinsville surges right back out of the locker room. 42-32 lead. The Lady Knights are 1 quarter away from their first ever Western Regional Final. Don't you dare go away. That is the Graham Star Sports Network, is the subsidiary of the Graham Star, Graham County, North Carolina's hometown newspaper since 1955. And how about a fight on the floor to begin things? Lady Knights up by 10 after trailing by 6 at halftime. What a run by Robbinsville in that third quarter. Everybody got hot. Kinsley, Phillips, Desta, Trammell, Liz Carpenter, and Wachacha started playing big. They just needed a minute to get their bearings underneath them, right? And the whistle blows that one dead. I believe the second foul of the ball game is going to get charged to Ella Abernathy. Or second personal, I should say. And that's going to be a 5-second violation. She was pushed out of bounds. And it will be, I think the fans thought she was pushed out of bounds, but it was actually a 5-second violation. That turns it back over to Draughn. Ball trickles out of bounds into the corner. The score holds, fans. This gym is liable to melt, so don't go away. You'll want to see that, I'm sure. That'll be quite the visual. Carpenter making inadvertent contact, but enough for the referees to ring her up. 7:15 to play. Carpenter's first of the ball game. Team third of the half. And at the line is Ella Abernathy. She makes her first. Two for two at the stripe. Still an 8-point Robbinsville lead. Waddy dumps it to Wachacha, and she gets it back out to Waddy. The freshman is slung down hard on the baseline. Last touched by Draughn and Katie Kozort. Whistle's had everything you can want, fans. Back and forth battle. The shootout in the first quarter. Draughn pulled ahead in the second. Robbinsville pulled way ahead in the third. Waddy tried a three, couldn't get it. Foul called inside. And it's on Aubrey Wachacha. And the Robbinsville faithful letting the officials hear an earful. 4 on each side of the scoreboard. As far as personal fouls go in the second half, may make that 5. I believe Kinsley Grace will get charged on that one, and she is. This one a long way from over. And Miss Abernathy makes her first. And her second. Hey, clutch shots at this point in the game are huge. You can't miss anything right now. Drawn on a 4-0 run to start the final quarter of the sectional finals here at Robbinsville High School. Rebound by Madison Powell. Waddy tried a corner three and could not get it. Inside dish. Low basket pass to Snyder. But Tremmel's kneecap must have glazed it. They're going to give the inbound to the Wildcats. Inbound, 2-pointers up. No good. Jump ball. Uh-oh. And I think Wachacha wrestled it loose at long last. But not before a foul's called. Second foul of the evening on Jenna Abernathy. 6:11 to go. We threw the bonus feature on our scoreboard for this game. But believe it or not, nobody's been in the bonus yet. It's been a pretty clean ball game, all said and done. And that's the way it should be. It should be good, clean basketball. Like Kinsley Phillips just gracefully pulling the ball away and drawing a foul. Well, I might have spoke too soon. Draughn might, just might, flirt with the bonus here in just a moment. That was on Ella Abernathy. That's number 3 for the senior. Wachacha jumper for 2 is going to be off. And that one squirts out of bounds. While we have a moment, fans, we do want to once again thank our season-long sponsor, Blevins Electric and Blevins Insurance, located off Rodney Orr Bypass in Robbinsville. We also want to give a shout-out to Lovett Contracting, Coy Adams Timber Company, and Computer Resolution. All of them have pitched in throughout the season to help make these telecasts possible. Trammell breaks away, 101, and gets the bucket. And a response will draw a foul. Jenna Abernathy drove straight up the gut and got the nod. Much to the chagrin of the faithful here in attendance, Surrey Waddy has been charged with her first infraction of the evening. You don't see Waddy get a foul called on her a whole lot. Abernathy about a centimeter off on that one, and it pops out as a result. We would also be remiss if we didn't mention our Black Knights, whose season unfortunately came to an end on Saturday in the third round at Eastern Randolph. 83-64 final. The Wildcats eliminated the Knights. Timeout called by Draughn. Jenna Abernathy goes 1 of 2. Robbinsville up by 7 with 5:14 to play. Welcome back, everyone, to Robbinsville High School. Kevin Hensley and Montana Buchanan with you for tonight's telecast of the 4th round. That's right, Elite 8, baby, of the 1A state playoffs. Robbinsville has never made it to the Western Regional Final. They could break the curse tonight. They're 5:08 away from doing it, and they have a 7-point lead. Every little bit of insurance helps at this point. Ball's loose. Chased away. Hensley Phillips will scoop it up off the ground. She'll be more than happy to. Abby Ware on a breakaway. And Aubrey Snyder slots it away, but it's called for her 4th foul of the ball game. And here we are, folks. Draughn has finally broken into the bonus. Abby Ware makes her first. Montana LeRae is doing a fantastic job framing those shots down there for all of you fans watching at home. And somewhere Aaron Ware just leapt out of the bed. 48-37, Robbinsville. Ball's loose. Lady Knights basketball. 4:33 left to play. I say we have an update from the game between Bishop McGinnis and Cherokee, and we do. First, a 2-pointer for Wachachazov. Foul called on the floor, and if I'm counting right, Aubrey Snyder may be finished. Nope, they're going to charge it to Katie Cozart. That is her 4th. Bishop McGinnis has defeated Cherokee 56-42, so the winner of this one will advance to play Bishop McGinnis in the Western Regional Final on Saturday. Ware again with a foul shot that is successful. 2 for 2. Boy, Abby Ware is keyed in from the foul line, isn't she? 4:16 to play here on GramstarSports.com. Rebound by Wachacha. Robbinsville basketball. Hey, everything coming up Lady Knights right now, right? And another foul called. This time it is on Ella Abernathy. Nine fouls now. Trammell fires it off successfully. 4:01 to go. Boy, there's going to be a celebration unlike any other ever seen here at Robbinsville High School if the score holds. A putback for Ella Abernathy will trim the deficit a little bit. Phillips under double team pressure. Ware with a corner three, and she hit! Holy cow! How about Abby Ware now a three-pointer here in the fourth quarter? What effort to save that. Trammell will take the steal. 3:11 to play. Wachacha for two. It's in. Timeout. Called by Draughn. Lady Knights up 57-39 on the Gramstar Sports Network. Welcome back, fans, here on the Gramstar Sports Network. 57-39 Robbinsville with 2:54 to play in the fourth round. Elite Eight matchup coming your way right here on GramstarSports.com. Foul called to Shotter coming your way for Aubrey Snyder. Charge to Aubrey Wachacha. Wachacha was quiet in the first half, 2 points and 6 rebounds. She's come to life here in the second half on offense, 6 points with 4 rebounds and a steal. We'll crunch final numbers and post them on our social media after the game concludes tonight, because we want to enjoy the celebration that'll be taking place if Robbinsville can finish this one off. Chances are they're going to. They're up by 17, 2:33 to play. Robbinsville also now in the bonus. 1 for 2 effort at the line by Aubrey Snyder. Foul called as Trammell edged into the paint. Been a huge social media campaign push all day long to get fans to attend the games. The game, I should say, here tonight. And boy, they turn out in droves. Gym is packed. Upper's deck is pretty well packed. Trammell at the line. Double bonus time. Trammell makes her first. And her second. 2:22 to play. We do want to mention that Ella Abernathy on that foul has fouled out of the game. That'll end Miss Abernathy's night. Jenna Abernathy still active. .59-40 is your score at the moment. Foul called on Robbinsville's Abby Ware. That's her fourth of the night. Snyder misses her first. Can't take anything away from Draughn. They brought a great fight to Graham County tonight. Made life miserable on Robbinsville in the early going. Snyder goes 0 for 2. Ball is as loose as it gets. And it's scooped up by Madison Powell. She's all the way around. Snyder's not going to get that. Trammell will. Thank you. Feed to Carpenter. Ball's off. And rebounded. Trammell rebound with $1:56 to go in the ball game. Fans already making noise. And a foul called on Jenna Abernathy. Trammell goes 1 for 2 that time. Wow, wow, wow. Back to the line we go with Abby Ware. as she makes her first. She's a perfect 5 for 5 here in the second half. 6 for 6, excuse me. Spoke too soon, didn't I? 62-40. How about some impact players stepping up here in the ball game? 22-point lead for Robbinsville now. I predicted we wouldn't have a blowout, and I wouldn't exactly call it 22 points a blowout, but it's pretty well in hand. 5 fouls on Abby Ware. Hey, she's done enough damage. Let her go get some rest. Well earned for that young lady, a freshman for the Lady Knights, and no doubt going to be a crucial part of this team for the next 3 seasons. I'm thinking about the seniors, Desta Trammell, Kinsley Phillips, and Fayla Welch, who's on the game now, I might add, number 50 on your screen. Playing their final home game ever. Lachacha's going to tag out. Sorry, Waddy's going to jump in as a post. Lachacha with an absolutely fantastic night inside. Snyder gets her second attempt at the second shot. There was a lane violation to give her the extra effort. 62-41 with 1:28 to play. And when we get to about the 10-second mark, I'm just going to drop the headset and crank the audio up. And you fans can enjoy the gym melting here tonight in Robbinsville. We're on the cusp of it. And like we said, we'll recap it in the Grand Star. Available on newsstands everywhere tomorrow afternoon. Crowd is electric here in Robbinsville. Don't need to get anything fancy, right? Trammell just playing keep away right now. 30 seconds. Timeout called. While I got a moment, fans, I do want to thank each and every one of you that have tuned in with us here on the Grand Star Sports Network this year for volleyball, football, and basketball so far. This will be our final telecast. Keep in mind that moving forward in the Western Regional Final and the state championship, we will not be able to stream. The NFHS Network has exclusivity rights to those telecasts. You'll want to go ahead and get your subscription underway. We'll post as soon as we can on social media as to when those games will take place. But on behalf of the Grand Star and myself, especially Montana, Titan helped us with stats the other night. Thank you guys so much. Your business means a lot, and a portion of the proceeds go back to Robbinsville basketball. Let's go to the floor and just enjoy this. 16 seconds left. And we'll let the gym tell the rest of the story. That's all from here, fans. We will see you down the road very soon for baseball and softball action here on GrandStarSports.com. For Montana Buchanan, Titan Tisatiski, and all of the Hee Haw gang, Kevin Hensley wishing you a very restful rest of the week. We'll keep you posted on social media on Saturday on Western Regional Final action for Robbinsville and Bishop McGuinness. Let's go, Kens. That girl. Let's go, Fayla. There you go. There, girl. I did it for the boys team. I got to do it for the girls team too. You know, like, come on. They're right, Aubrey. Aubrey don't even need a ladder. She's up there anyway. That a girl. There you go. Let's go, Liz. I hope you do. It's going to be recorded and posted later.
Would not be the one to fall.
It will be you. That's true. All right. Hey, you didn't pose for my shot. Would you tell? Hey, did you tell her to do that or something when she got up there? The girl labs. I like it. Well, you got 2 more rungs there, sweetie. There you go. Sorry. Between the lines there, Katie Lynn. Good job. Well, that works. Very efficient. Good. Liv got in, got out. Good job, Anna. So graceful. Good job. She's a cheerleader, by the way. Just to point that out.
I want to catch it. I'm catching it. Touching it, baby? I get the whole.
Well, let's see who gets it. Brad or Bella's making a play for it. That's a foul. Personal foul.
I got it.
Of course she did. Yeah, Lucas, you know what to do, man.
You give up your daddy all the time. You get these.
Oh. Now you gotta do the Jake Beasley.
There you go.
There we go. That's what we wanted. It's a good look for you, man.
Yeah.